Go on page 29, and the title for today, we've got 2.2, Exploring Credit Card Use. So the goal for today is we want to be able to compare credit options that are available to consumers. Okay, so on page 29 of your interactive notebooks, we're going to take some notes on exploring credit card use. Most of the lesson today will actually be done on your own. It's going to be investigating some credit cards, looking at some real life scenarios, looking at some of the benefits and some of the hidden not so great parts about having a credit card. Okay, so first off, if you're going to get a credit card in this day of age, most likely your credit card that you get is going to have some sort of incentive or promotion offered to entice you to use the credit card. Credit cards are big business, so there's lots of incentives and promotions. Sometimes used. Okay, so I know when I started going to university, I got my first credit card when I was 18 years old. They actually had stands set up in the universities. So the credit card companies would come into the universities, into the main hallways, set up a booth, and as you're walking by the booth, they're like, hey, have you got a credit card? Hey, do you want to check out this? Hey, we can give you, cash right now, $1,000 on your credit card right now. Interested in that ski trip? Come over here, okay? And they're trying to entice people to use your credit card. So it's big advertisement, big money. So a credit card by itself is not evil. Credit card, if you put money on your credit card and you pay off the balance at the end of every month, credit card's great. Okay, it charges you no interest as long as you pay it by the due date. It's no problem. What we have to do though is take into account how long it's going to take us to pay off that balance and what our total interest charged is, because credit cards generally have an interest rate somewhere around 20%. Okay, and we want to avoid paying those interest costs because they go up and up and up. Okay, so some of the incentive and promotions. Can you guys yell out some incentives and promotions that you've seen for credit cards? What's that? Never seen any? No, not on TV or anything. Okay, some will offer like cash rebates. Often, cash rebates are offered by a store if you get their in-house credit card. So I know I got a Bay credit card at one point because they were offering 20% off your purchase if you used the Bay credit card for the first time. So I was like, 20% off? Perfect, yeah, sign me up. We had money from our wedding to buy plates and cutlery and all this stuff, so our final order was going to be around $1,000 or something. Signed up for the credit card, I saved myself $200. Perfect. Okay. Now the way they make money on that is by people continuing to use that credit card, not paying off the balance on time, and then they're racking up interest. So you have to be careful sometimes. Okay, low interest rates. Sometimes they'll also offer a very low introductory interest rate. So they'll say for the next 4 months, you have a 4% interest rate. Sometimes they'll offer rewards. So right now I use a credit card that is a travel rewards credit card. My travel rewards credit card gives me a percentage of my purchases towards any sort of travel, so I could put it towards airline tickets, I could put it towards rental cars, hotels, any of that sort of thing. To give you an idea of how good the rewards are, we generally put everything on our house on our credit card and pay it off at the end of the month. We financed a trip to France with a credit card, just with rewards. We didn't have to pay any money for our tickets, okay, and hotel. So how long did it take? It took us about 3 years just of collecting rewards with all of our household stuff going on it. Okay, another one that they might offer is no annual fees. So the one that I'm talking about right now, the card that I have that we did all our travel on does have an annual fee. It's about $100 per year, and then there's an additional charge for having a second card. By looking at that, free flights to France, hotels, and some rental car paid off of, it was worth $100 a year. If you're only an occasional credit card user though, probably a $100 a year card would not be worth it. So you want to do your research on a credit card before opting into one of them. Okay, the full cost of borrowing should be considered. Before you make a decision. So we've listed a few of these costs that we should kind of consider before making our decision. We want to know what the total interest charged will be.
Do you have one of the big round protractors, like the big ones? No? Okay.
We want to know the total payments. So what I'm planning on paying off every month, or how long it's going to take me for those payments. We want to know the time it will take to pay off the balance. And we also want to take into account any incentives that they're offering. Now, one last thing about credit cards before I let you guys go ahead and do some research is that there's usually a minimum amount that must be paid off every month, okay, based on a percentage of the outstanding balance. That's to make sure the credit card companies are gaining back some of their money. It's kind of a trust thing, making sure that they're in contact with you. If you have a small balance, the balance owing at the end of the month might be around like $5 or something. But if you have several $1,000s on a credit card, it'll be in the hundreds. And then the last thing about credit cards, so credit cards can get you into a lot of trouble really fast because of their high interest rates. However, if you are using credit cards responsibly, if there is no outstanding balance and the balance is paid off in full before the payment due date, no interest is going to be charged, but you still get those incentives. So credit cards can actually make you money in that respect. So here's the assignment for this section, and it focuses all on credit cards. So I want you to uncover the realities of credit card offerings on the market. I want you to do some research about a specific credit card that might interest you, might look at getting when you turn 18 or 19. And while you're doing your research, figure out if it's 18 or 19 that you can get a credit card. So I want to know what the good benefits are, what kind of sweet deals they offer, if they have travel points, if they have car rewards, and then I also want you to look at the catches. So what I would like you to do today is summarize your findings about the goods and the bads of that particular credit cards. So it's going to be a Jekyll and Hyde poster. Jekyll portrays the good side of the credit card, the benefits. So what kind of incentives they're offering, what kind of interest rates, if it's a good interest rate, introductory interest rates. The Hyde side portrays the dark side, the hidden surprises of the credit card. So what happens if you take a cash advance? What kind of interest rate do you have? What's going to happen in that way? So I want you to make a poster for this, and you can use the Chromebooks to head to this website, postermywall.com, and create a login where you can create a digital poster, okay? Divide your poster into two. You're going to have a light side and a dark side, okay? Kind of Star Wars theme-ish here, okay? On the light side, highlight all the benefits. So this would be an advertisement that the credit card was kind of pitch at you saying, here's what we're offering, come join us. And then on the dark side, I want you to add bust the other truths. So the stuffs that the companies have to put in the fine print, but definitely don't highlight in their advertisements, okay? Once you're done, please email me your poster, and that will be your unit test mark, or not your unit test, sorry, your unit assignment mark for Chapter 2.